night took a break. Sunday night took a break. Sunday night took a break. Took a break. Sunday we took a break. And Sunday night took a break. Took a break.
Hello, it's Matt here from Muzik Speaks, and today I'm chatting with the wonderful Janet Devlin. Janet, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. Very well. It's nice and sunny here, so it's all good.
I'm jealous.
So, yeah, I thought I'd start off by talking about Outernet Song. How did that come about?
That song came about because, well, very bizarrely, I wrote it like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I started writing it ages ago on my little ukulele. I was home in Ireland, and I just kind of was trying to learn, how to play the ukulele. So I was just looping a wee thing around and around. And do you know what? I realised last year that, like, if I didn't put it out last year, it was never gonna be born. Because over the space of that while, anytime I picked up the uke, I kind of just like added to it. It never really was like a song per se, because it was just me just writing lyrics and going on a wee bit of a rant from time to time, and just like jotted wee things down. And then I listened to it one day and I was like, I just really love this song. I know it's not really a song, but it's going to be such a shame if it just never lives.
Yeah.
So I like brought it up with people. I was like, hey, how do you feel about like putting this song out? And they were like, sure, why not? I was like, yes.
So it just sort of happened.
Yeah, it was just the most, like, I don't mean to use that word, but I mean, like, it's just so very blasé. It's like, do you want to put this out? Yeah. Sweet, let's do it. Let's get a music video. Let's make the thing. We'll find a producer. We'll put it out.
Awesome. So, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but with the inspiration for the song, like, what is it? Just things that were bugging you that you kind of just plowed into it, or?
Because it was written so sporadically, you can tell that in the verses certain things were like going on in my life when I was writing it.
Sure.
So like at the start, I'm talking about the TV and the media and how it's trying to change your perception of who you are, and I wrote that at home. And then like the next little bits might have been like through a period of time where like people were saying mean things on the internet.
Yeah.
And it kind of, every verse says its own little thing.
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell what mood I was in from which topic and which I'm talking about at that particular moment.
Yeah.
And the whole moral of the story, because I didn't write that chorus/hook thing until like 3 months before it was recorded.
Oh, okay.
That little like someday we should venture. So it was really nice because I'd written all those verses and I was like, so Janet, what are you trying to say? And I was like, well, Janet, I think we're trying to say you should go outside more. And that's how someday we should go to the Outernet. It was born because, it's true. I definitely did.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I just went to Rome, and I have to say, like, just the amount of people with selfie sticks, it's quite self-obsessive.
I don't really mind the whole selfie stick thing. I mean, I'm proud of people for even going outside.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, it was more like it was Saturday, and every Saturday I was just excited to sleep. I did nothing with my life except for lie in bed and watch Netflix. Any time I got a day off, and I was like, Janet, you're not really doing very much of the life thing by like only going outside when you have to, when you're doing work and things like that. So it's just trying to push myself just to, go outdoors sometimes. It's okay to go outdoors with your phone, but you should put that down when you're having like, if you're just chilling with your friends, you should put your phone down, because why are you hanging out with your mates and you're like on Facebook? Or when people text each other and they're like 2 rooms away from each other. It's like, come on, don't do that.
Yeah, just get up.
Yeah, just little
So, I mean, obviously a new single often signals a new album. Is there one in the pipeline?
I am literally in the middle of it. Like, yesterday I was in the studio working on some little demos, because I'm like 50 songs into this next album.
Wow,
it's ridiculous. But
quite
it's
a selection.
It's a conceptual record though.
Okay.
I feel like I'm about 2 songs short from it just being done.
Sure.
In the sense of like 2 voids missing. But as soon as they're done, then I'm literally off and running, finding all the other things that need to be done. Like, it's very, like, I can't say too much obviously about it, but it's conceptual record, so it's very important that I make it all work to my idea. So it obviously has taken a lot longer than your a normal album. Like, I could have put probably an album out like 2 years ago if I really wanted to, but It was the fact that I had this brainchild for so long that I just want it to be perfect.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm like every single day I get more and more excited that like I'm like a day closer to like letting people hear what's been rattling around my brain for like
That's
years.
cool. How I mean, it's slightly off topic, but if you've got 50 songs or whatever, how do you then pick out the bits? Because if it's conceptual, how are you gonna cherry pick? That's quite a challenge.
Because it's so refined, the concept is so intense that it's like I have like a list of the songs like gaps that need to be filled, and that
Yeah.
song has to go there. But I can't move that song there sonically because that won't make sense conceptually. So everything
Okay.
has to flow into each other like a normal album would, you know, like
Yeah.
ups and downs and ebbs and flows. But also I have to get it to fit the concept. So I've had
Ugh.
to write 50 plus songs for me to have the choice of going,
Yeah.
that topic is there. So I've got that topic written about in maybe like 3 different vibes. So like a fast, a slow, or
Yeah.
a middle of the road. So every song, it's very,
That sounds cool.
it's very.
Maybe you should double album it. Do the same concept, but two. Whoa.
I mean, I definitely, there's so many songs that I've written for the record that won't make the record.
Yeah.
But I love the song. So there'll probably be something at some point that will be like the songs that didn't make the album. Because a lot of them, one, either were just really great songs but don't tie in with the concept, or like two, they were a great song but they didn't fit in
Yeah.
the place in which they were supposed to fit in the record, so they couldn't go on the record. So it's very, wow.
Any ideas of a name yet?
Yes, current working title is Holy Water.
Okay, cool. So I've often wondered if you could collaborate with anyone, who would that be?
I just love making things. Like I was saying this the other day on a live stream. Like I just really like creating things with anyone makes me excited. Creating things by myself makes me excited. Like I don't really mind.
Yeah.
Like I feel like every single person has like the ability to bring something great to the table, whether or not they're a known artist or an unknown artist.
Yeah.
Like my favorite song from my first album was Biscuit Lullabies, and it was, you know, not written with like a major signed person or anything like that. So I don't believe in, oh, I want to work with that person because they're like super duper famous.
Yeah.
You know, your mate next door to you could be like, could help you write the next big song and you just wouldn't know.
No, that's cool. What really grinds your gears?
Ooh, not a lot of things, like, but also a lot of things. I like to try not to be a judgmental person, so I try not to like let people be the things that grind my gears. I think I grind my gears the most. To like on a literal level, like the only time I ever go like, oh my god, is it myself? It's
That's
very
a cool
bizarre.
thing.
So me, I grind my own gears the most.
Is there anything other than music that you're really passionate about?
I think at the minute, like I'm trying to stay away from creative things, but like I mean, I love poetry. I love
Okay.
writing things. I've really taken to writing again. Just in general, I just like to put pen on paper and just write. I'm also at the moment into, it's so sad, but like just going for runs.
No, that's cool.
But I like running because I get to go out to nature because I've got this massive park in my back garden, which is awesome. But also, parks mean dogs, and dogs mean happiness for me. So
That is
I
true.
literally, when I wake up in the morning and go, I don't want to go for the run, I'm like, think of all the dogs you're going to see, Janet. And then I do, because literally, I just love dogs. That's how far I'm willing to go see dogs. I will go running.
That's cool. What music have you been listening to most recently?
It depends what I'm doing. So when I do my makeup in the mornings, I listen to like my emo playlist, which is, you know, like your My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, you know, At the Drive-In, that kind of stuff. You know, Chili Peppers, and not they're emo, but you know they fit into that playlist vibe. Foo Fighters and stuff. But I've done that ever since I was like 14, 15. Always had like rock music on in the morning. And then when I go for a run, it's the charts.
Nice.
During the day, it's more like your Bon Iver, chill out vibe, maybe some classical, pick it back with some Mozart. And then evening times, I don't really know what I listen to in the evening. It's mostly like crappy love songs or sad relationship songs. So probably like at night times, like your John Legend and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. A
Yeah.
whole eclectic mixed.
yeah.
What's the best film you've seen lately?
Since it was Valentine's Day and I was single, I've literally just been watching terrible love films and just been a bit like, there was a great one. There was a great one. I do not remember the name of it, but it had Ryan Reynolds in it, and it was him explaining to his kid how she came to be born and who her mother was and things. And it was a great film because I am a massive fan of psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
But it was basically like a love film with that whole. The thing I love about psychological thrillers is that you spend your whole time watching the film trying to guess where the ending's going to be
Yeah.
and who did the thing. Because I find like the best thing about like psychological thrillers, you get the horror aspect without the unnecessary gore and things like that. So I
Yeah.
love that. But this film was a love story that had you the whole way through going, who's the mom though? And you're trying to like piece things together. So I like films that just make me like think.
That's cool.
Also, I think probably the best film I watched recently was Earthlings.
Is what, sorry?
Earthlings.
Oh, yeah.
Great film.
Cool. If a film was made about your life, who would you want to play you?
I'll just go for like who. It would either be Evander Lynch
Okay.
or Saoirse Ronan.
Okay.
We always get compared, so I'm like, wow, let's just go with it.
Fair play. Another quick one. Just has anything really embarrassing ever happened to you?
Do you mean outside of the point from when I was born to right now? Because that feels like one massive awkward moment to me.
Fair enough. That answers that. Okay, so I've got some fan questions, if that's all right, to ask a couple of those.
Yeah. hell
Yeah, so Kyle Fisher has asked, where is your favourite place in Northern Ireland to visit?
Favorite place to visit? This is so sad, but my nan's house. Just like going to my nan.
That's fair enough. Daniel Mann wants to know when and why did you start getting into music?
When and why? I started getting into music because I've always sang. I've always like created little songs and wee ditties and things like that. But the reason why I got into like actually singing / writing my own music was because in my life I am the most incompetent person at expressing my emotions and my feelings. And like if someone asks me on a day-to-day basis, how are you? I genuinely do not know the answer. I just don't. Hindsight is the only time in which I'm capable of understanding how I felt in a certain scenario. So when I go to sit down and write a song, I'll think of an event and go, oh, so that's actually how I was feeling.
Okay.
Oh, ain't that funny? So for me, music is like my only therapy.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically what people get in therapy, and when someone just goes, "So how are you?" For me, that's my music. Like that's me
cool.
going, "How have you been lately?" It's free therapy for me, so I've always done it, whether it be poetry or songs. Like that's like my only way of finding out how I am.
No, that's cool.
So I do go a bit mental. I don't like enough, to be honest. It's like, yeah, basically like someone not going to the therapist enough is me when I don't write enough songs.
Jess wants to know, if you could be any biscuit, which biscuit would you be and why?
I don't think people understand my absolute affinity with biscuits. No, genuinely, I have no self-control. Like, if I open a packet of biscuits, I have to finish the packet of biscuits. I would either be Oreos or
Oh.
no. Do you know what? Fig rolls. I would be a fig roll.
Oh, I like fig rolls. Why a fig roll?
I just love them,
Yeah,
and
I
people
really
judge me so hard for them because they're like, "Are you 90?" Because I just buy fig rolls and sit there. And like after my dinner, I'm like, I'm just gonna have 3 wee fig rolls, and it's yeah. I've just had so many people just be like, "Are you really eating fig rolls?" I'm like, I didn't know that was weird, but yeah.
Yes, don't judge. I know I appreciate your affinity with fig rolls.
Thank you. Someone who gets it,
I
finally.
get
And
the
you're
fig
not an
roll.
old lady. It's great. I love it.
Dean Morris wants to know, what is your food heaven and food hell when you're on the road?
For me, my food hell is McDonald's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, not that I don't like McDonald's, but when you're on the road, you spend your life on motorways. So you've only got motor stops and stuff like that to really get food. So I think I just get really, really bored of seeing McDonald's, Burger King, and all of the stereotypical, fast food restaurants, because I'm not a fan of fast food. My mum did not raise me that way. I like a meal to be made from scratch and that's how I was raised. We never went to like Mackie D's or anything more than once every 4 months or something ridiculous. So, not Mackie D's. We didn't have takeout food more than once every 4 months. I had McDonald's maybe once a year, and that was because some kid had a birthday there. But my food heaven on the road, this is so sad, but my food heaven when I was touring was, I had, like, my mum would send me M&S gift card vouchers for the food hall, because she loves me, and she wanted me to eat good, so she would send me these wee gift vouchers, and then it was my birthday as well, so someone else gave me an M&S food hall voucher. And I used to just, like, I basically on tour spent zero money on food, because, like, I either got to the venue and they fed me, or I used my wee M&S card, and you find a lot of those when you're touring. You find lots of M&S food halls. So yeah, there's...
That's cool.
Yeah.
And last one for me, what is the best advice you've ever been given?
Best advice I've ever been given? Yeah, do you know what? The best thing anyone's ever said to me, and I always say it, is the universe owes you nothing.
Okay. That's a good...
It's a good one because, when you're sad about something not doing as well as you hoped it would or anything like that, it's like the world owes you nothing.
Yeah.
You make art for you make music for you, and then everything else is a consequence. You just gotta do what makes you happy first and foremost. And
you gotta do you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's cool. I like that. Well, definitely best of luck with the writing of the rest of the album. That sounds very, very exciting. I'm intrigued, and I'm guessing everybody else is going to be really excited to hear about that as well. So, good luck with it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
It could be wonderful.